Hi, I'm Samar Shams. I'm an immigration and global mobility partner at Spencer West. Today, I'm going to talk about what UK businesses can do to prepare for the end of the post-Brexit transition period. So the post-Brexit transition period is ending on the 31st of December 2020. And there are a number of things that businesses should do, if they haven't already, to prepare for that. After that date, EEA nationals, that's European Economic Area nationals, and their family members will need visas to come and live and work in the UK. So there are a number of things to do. First of all, ensure that your current EEA national and EEA national family member employees have applied for the EU settlement scheme. It's mandatory to apply if they want to stay in the UK after 30th of June 2021. Now, even though the deadline to apply is the 30th of June 2021, it's best for your business and for the individuals if they apply in time to be granted status before the end of the transition period. And that is because EEA nationals arriving in the UK after the end of the transition period and those who are here before the end of the transition period will have the same documentation in terms of hard copy documentation to show their status, namely passport or perhaps a national ID card. The government has said that it doesn't expect employers to differentiate between those EEA nationals who arrived before the end of the transition period and those who arrived after until the end of the grace period on 30 June 2021. However, it's going to be a very uncomfortable, sticky situation if a UK business does hire somebody who turns out not to have had the right to work. So it's best to ensure, demonstrable right to work status for all employees, including EEA nationals and EEA national family members, even during that grace period. So that's the first thing to do. And the first step in doing that is to identify who those employees are. Next, you're going to want to consider sponsorship. So if your business doesn't already have a sponsor license, then you might want to look into getting one. The future immigration system that's going to be in effect from the 1st of January next year is going to include sponsorship opportunities for medium skilled roles. And I think with the very turbulent year we've had, this message has gotten a bit lost. So there are so many more roles that are going to be eligible for sponsorship. And some of them are roles for which a lot of employers are still having trouble finding people, even though there is the unfortunate rise in unemployment in the UK due to the pandemic. So there are lots of roles in construction, for example, electricians, plumbers, bricklayers who are going to be eligible for sponsorship, mechanics, auto mechanics, artists, some dancers, data analysts, business analysts, IT analysts. So lots and lots of roles, lots of sectors will be affected, and it's worth looking into. And some of those roles are on the shortage occupation list, which in the future immigration system is going to allow for a reduction in the minimum salary level for those roles. So in terms of sponsorship, those businesses that already have sponsor licenses could consider auditing their systems to ensure that they are compliant. They have all the right systems in place and all the right documentation on file in relation to their sponsor license generally and in relation to their each sponsored worker to ensure that your sponsorship capacities are going to be robust going forward. Consider your recruitment plans against the sponsorship requirements in the future immigration system and the salary requirements, etc. We can help talk you through these if you need, of course. Other recruitment considerations are think about whether, if you are going to hire EEA nationals over the next few months, whether they could come to the UK before the 31st of December of this year and apply for pre-settled status. It's going to be much easier to bring them on board before that date than afterwards. So perhaps you could accelerate some of those recruitment efforts. Another thing to consider is the graduate route that's opening from summer of 2021, which will allow UK graduates, international students, to stay in the UK for 2 years to look for work or to work. So you can take that into account. They could stay and work for 2 years before having to be sponsored. So those are just some pointers. Of course, every business is particular. You're each going to have your own recruitment plans, etc. So if you need more advice, if you need actual advice, or if you need guidance on those, please get in touch. My email address is samar, SAMAR, .shams, SHAMS, at spencerwest.com. Sorry, that's spencer-west.com. Thanks.